Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. from Carrollton, Ohio. I want to talk about medication for people that have arthritis. First off, I wanted to show here in the Medicare book here that says if you have chronic conditions like arthritis and diabetes, you can have a provider help to manage those conditions. Well, we both have pain management. We both see pain management. And we've been getting prescribed medication for both oral and what is called topical medication, which is like your lotions and gels for arthritis. And all medication, according to the handbook, is supposed to be covered. It says here, other than the examples above, you pay 100% of most drugs unless you have Medicare Drug Coverage Part D, which we do. We have an insurance company that handles both our Part A, Part B, and Part D. Well, let me move my camera here because I wanted to get to another page here to show you. What it says here. And it talks about medication here, which drugs are covered. And the problem is it doesn't list what drugs are covered. Years ago, you would get a list of what drugs are covered. Now you don't, because it's always changing. It just says here, information about a plan's list of covered drugs called a formulary isn't included in this handbook because each plan has its own formulary. Actually, when it comes right down to it, then it says here, a plan can make some changes to its drug list during the year if it follows guidelines set by Medicare. And that's what this insurance company is doing. So if Medicare changes its formulary, they change their formulary as well. So, for instance, I've been taking, I started taking this Voltaren gel several years ago for my thumb on my right hand here because I couldn't straighten it out. Arthritis was really making it so hard for me that it was sore and stiff. I couldn't straighten it out. I couldn't bend it. I went to an orthopedic doctor, a nurse practitioner. They x-rayed my hand, said, yeah, you got arthritis, and they said, use Voltaren gel. So I've used it on my hand for months, and eventually I can use it again. So then, since we've been going to the pain management, they've also been giving us this as well, which is a generic form of it. Now, we are being told by the pharmacy that they can't get this anymore. They're having a hard time getting it. And then they turned around and said, well, one reason why is they got a memo that because this was actually a prescription. There's a prescription kind here. They said this kind here was for prescription only. Then there is the over-the-counter one. Well, now because this is all considered over-the-counter, our Part D doesn't want to pay for it. It's no longer in the formulary. But then when I called the insurance company, they turned around and said, well, we have not been paying for it. We have not been paying for it all year. Well, they send us these what they paid for the month. And this was back in June. And right here, 6/14, discount during March. This medication, right? This medication right here, right there. They paid for it. $86.73 because I got 4 boxes, and I'm supposed to also have additional 2 more refills before next year, but I can't get them anymore. I can't get this filled anymore. Because it's no longer in the formulary. Well, that's better to use lots of times than taking oral medication. Yes, I take every morning. I take 2 of these here. Arthritis, Tylenol. Basically, they think that's all you should take anymore. And they're even wanting to cut down on prescription narcotic medication for arthritis, which I've been on Relafin, which is a generic form for, Relafin is a name brand. Now Bubitone is a generic name for the arthritis medication I've been taking for several years. I've tried some other ones, but it didn't work right. If I don't take the Bubitone or the Relafin, my hands swell up and I can't do anything with them. That's how bad my arthritis is. But there's a lot of people that don't understand because they don't have arthritis. There's some countries that the climate doesn't basically allow them to have arthritis. Even some states that are dry heat, but hot too. That doesn't, where people doesn't suffer from arthritis. So then we tried something else. I'll get later here. We tried something else. We tried this one here, is Renee's. We tried this one here, which is called Lanacane ointment, 5%. And Renee has also 2 refills left on that. But don't like this too well because when we use this here, it left a residue. It didn't absorb into the skin. It left a residue as if your skin is flaking. But the insurance company, this is what the insurance company, they did, they sent this letter and said basically, because it's not in the formulary, they basically filled that medication temporary. It was a temporary fill. Because it's not in the formulary. So basically, it's getting to the point that there is no topical medication anymore that Part D is going to pay for arthritis sufferers. I know what they're doing. They're trying to take. They say they're trying to save us money. No, they're trying to save their own money. They're trying to save their own money from forcing me to pay for stuff out of my own pocket. Or use my Advantage card that I have with my insurance company. My Advantage card is good for over-the-counter medications and food. And since I've been using those cards, I have not been to a food pantry. I haven't had to go to a food pantry since I've been using the Advantage card. I have one, Renee has one. Yeah, there's some medication that I get for my neuropathy. It's called, well, I've been getting Neurontin prescribed to me, but I also been taking the over-the-counter Nervive for my neuropathy, which is the same kind of medication that my foot doctor prescribed to me several years ago that a high Medicaid was paying for, then stopped paying for. It's two vitamins, and folic acid, all in combination. That's supposed to heal and regenerate the nerves. It's getting to the point that really I feel like that nobody really truly cares. Not even the church. Because if the church cared, they'd be more alive today than they are. They're basically, the church today is a dead church. Oh, there's some revivals popping up on college campuses and things of that nature. But in the church, the spirit is mostly dead. Do you think a church is going to pay for this cream for people that suffer from arthritis? No, because I think by the stripes of Jesus we are healed. That doesn't mean physical healing. That means a spiritual healing. That God had brought us back to Him. That He healed us spiritually. Not a physical healing. Otherwise, there would be no babies born with disabilities. There wouldn't be anybody sick with cancer or children sick with cancer. Think about it. God did not promise, Jesus did not promise that if you believe in me, you'll have a glorified body right now. And you will never get sick. You will never get old. No, you will suffer. You will suffer for Him. You will suffer in life. But you will not suffer after death, because then you will be with Him. You will have a glorified body. Until then, we have to suffer with ailments and sicknesses and birth defects that some people, if they don't see it, they don't believe it. That's because they don't care. Deep down inside, they don't care. They have a hard heart, a dark, evil soul, and those kind of people are the problem. They're not the solution to this earth, they're the problem to this earth. And they will find out sooner or later.
2004 Fairmont Avenue, 65-year-old male, zero respiratory distress, 1224.
That their belief or their non-belief is sending them straight to, well, the everlasting death. God bless you. Have a blessed day.